Carry on.
I dance to that every time.
Yeah, it's lit every trip.
Hey everybody, this is World Stop Web. I'm Venus Hottentot, and I'm here with
Grand Bois the Nicole. What's up and shiz?
He didn't need no introduction. Sorry, y'all.
But I get one, you know what I mean?
This is the famed horoscope episode, everybody.
Yeah.
Every single month, or we gotta decide every month or every 2 months, we're gonna split it. We're gonna discuss the horoscope of the current month that we are in. Right now, we're technically in Libra Scorpio season.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we should go ahead and actually do both of them this time. We're gonna do our Libras and our Scorpios.
Yeah, because we're right on the cusp. It's literally like a day into Scorpio.
Exactly. So Libras, we didn't forget about you. Scorpios, we got you covered.
Yeah. I think this is really cool because a lot of questions we get are about astrology and what we know in that way. And people want a more thorough understanding. So if we can dedicate an episode per sign, that would be lit. That'll help a lot of people.
And I feel like as far as our strengths and weaknesses between Grand Bois and I, Grand Bois definitely can break down your chart down. And I think I got your compatibility and how your life is going to go. Let you know.
For sheezy, my kneesies.
Alrighty. Well, we got some questions from our audience.
Yeah.
And they were sent to us. And we are going to answer some of those questions today about Libras and Scorpios. So Libras and Scorpios, get your cups.
So you want to?
I know you want wine.
You want to do Libra first, and then with the questions, and then do mirror with Scorpio. Or per question, we just do both at the same time.
Let's just go ahead and do both at the same time. Okay, but listen up, you guys. We're not going to mix them up. We definitely know that they're totally two different signs.
And we're definitely going to make it clear which one we're talking about.
Alrighty.
At which time. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first question we have here from a listener, Brittany. Brittany asks, who are they most compatible with?
Libras?
Yes.
Okay, everyone. Libras are most compatible. Technically, Libras always say they're most compatible with other air signs. And most of the time, they do... within astrology, they do suggest that you stay within your element. Fire with fire, water with water, air with air, so they can, you guys can usually be on the same wavelength, have a better understanding of each other. And with that being said, so of course, your Geminis and your Aquarius are going to supposedly go the best with Libra, most attracted Libra, understand what a Libra has going on, other air signs. In all actuality, Libras and Leos go together perfectly. They're the royals of the astrology world. True. Because they love luxury, and they both love luxury, and they love love, and it's just the concept of beauty. It's all about beauty and fancy things, and they have the same like core values. So
lavishness.
Exactly, they go together very well.
That makes sense. Yeah,
they mesh together very well. Another one that goes good with Libras sometimes, especially as far as friends, are Pisces. Because Pisces don't necessarily usually know, which way up the stream to go. And Libras are a good balance. They have like that, firm but even hand because it's all about judgment. Libra are the sign of law, justice, the balance and keeping it balanced.
Yeah. I think in my studies... I read somewhere that if God had a sign, it would be Libra.
Oh, deep.
Yeah.
Yes, because he's
God
fair.
Was a person, it's
deep.
God would be a Libra.
I love that.
Yeah, that's deep, ain't it?
Yeah, shout out to my dad. My dad's a Libra. So, and I can definitely see a Libra man being fair. But Libras, let me also tell you something about yourselves. Libra men and Libra women switch genders. They basically are the opposite gender of what they actually are. A Libra man is going to give off a more feminine energy. Mm-hmm. He's like... even if he's a straight man, he's going to be like a straight, strong man that wears perfume, that wears rose smells. And, a Libra woman is going to be like a woman in pants. You know what I mean? Yeah. More like, it's like they have a little bit more brush of the other gender, switching a little bit more gender roles. But the ones that are, a lot... people follow celebrities, and I guess the celebrity Libras that you can kind of tell that luxury is at the core of everything. You notice how I said perfume and pants. These are all like material things, like that kind of define little things that Libras do. You got your Kim Kardashians, you got your Nick Cannons. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Nicholas.
Exactly. And so that's going to give you kind of an idea of a Libra.
He was with lavish ass Mariah Carey.
Exactly. And that is actually kind of different because that... okay, Mariah Carey's an Aries, and it was just too much. You gotta watch how you mix your fire and your air, because you can get an inferno.
Yeah, period.
You got to watch how you mix your fire in your air. You know, definitely. It's combustion. It's making the fire grow. But, you know, you can make your fire grow positively. You know, you can make the fire big and better, or, you know, you can make a forest fire.
You can make it uncontrollable, yeah.
So you got to pick your battles with
Notice they aren't together anymore. So.
Bottom line. But at the same time, they still work. Like, they still gave each other's greatest gifts. You know, you got your Maroc and your Moreau. It made the fire, you know, still kind of, still be able to keep its flame.
I literally watched the show where they were talking about how much money they had between the two of them, like, separately and then together. Rich as fuck.
Bottom line.
Rich as fuck.
And don't you ever forget it.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. What was that question about Scorpio?
Yeah, same question. Most compatible signs with Scorpio.
Okay, like I said before, you're going to want to stay in your water. So you got your Pisces and your Cancers. But Scorpios are very interesting because I've seen this compatibility, and you can actually see how the signs are written. You kind of want your Scorpios with Virgos. Scorpios and Virgos are supposed to be usually together. That's perfect. It's because water and earth need each other.
True.
And even with the way they're written, the two M's, the M with the tail, with the, you know, the scorpion tail, and then the natural, like, M that's holding the thing of grain. You want a Scorpio and a Virgo together. That's usually, like, that feels the best between them. I've actually seen a Scorpio-Virgo relationship that was very passionate and became volatile. I do not know if you really need to switch male-female. I've seen more Scorpio male, Virgo women work out than Virgo men and Scorpio women. But I see some Virgo men, I'm like, you need a Scorpio woman. I could tell you looking for something that's going to get you. But I say that to say, also too, Scorpios tend to be obsessed with Aquarius, excuse me. They're obsessed with them. So that tends to be like a thing. For some reason, I don't know. It's that constant. Scorpios love to be in the know. They have to know what's going on. Most Scorpios do not like surprises. Do not surprise a Scorpio. They do not like that. Do not surprise me. No surprise parties. They feel uncomfortable not being in the know. An Aquarius, not committed to anything, mind is fancy free. They don't give up a lot of information. They're usually more quiet beings. They keep everything internal. It really takes a lot to pry out of them. And Scorpios are just like, I love you so much, I can't figure you out. I'm obsessed, you know.
Yeah, and that's something that's about Scorpio that's kind of crazy to me. I think we have said this before. To me, Scorpio is kind of like gasoline. Like, it's liquid, it's water, but it will blow up. And they have like this sort of obsessive and really powerful energy.
Absolutely.
And that's what leads people to believe that Scorpio is some bad sign or like some
they're not bad.
Yeah, like some inherently like fiery ass sign, which is true to an extent, but it's because of the energies that Scorpio
Absolutely.
means.
And I'm always asking people
really
when it comes to
passionate.
any Scorpio in my life, what did you do to them?
Yeah.
Because they're not really going to just lash out to you. It's like what you did to them.
True.
As far as compatibility, too, Scorpio with any earth sign is usually pretty good because water needs earth. And, you know, those people that are like, you know, more grounded in their love, you know, Scorpios are all about trust, too. If they cannot trust you, they're going to make your life a living hell. Trust me. So you might as well be someone they can trust. And usually, like, when people are down to earth, they usually can trust you. Scorpio and Taurus, they are opposites of each other. So I kind of say, like, you know, you might want to stay away from that. Also, too, with, I think Aries and Libras are... Is it Aries? Yeah, Aries and Libras are opposite. So that's another thing, too. You got to watch those opposite sides when you're two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
Aries and two sides of the same coin, it gets sticky down. And so you kind of want to watch that. You know, Scorpios and Tauruses are exact opposites, but, you know... that might be something you want to avoid. I would not, you know, I'd be like, we could be friends, but...
Yeah. That's definitely one of those things where you want to take into account the entire natal chart of someone.
Yeah, absolutely.
These are sun signs we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Sun signs represent your ego, the person you are when everybody else is around.
But just to let you know, when you do, you know, I'm not saying that it can't work out, because anything could work out. Like you said, you never know what's deep into someone's chart. The whole chart match up, but just the sun sign just makes a thing a little bit more quirky. But, you know, I say on the surface, just be careful of, you know, when you're Libras, hey Libras, how you doing, guys, with your scales and your stuff? I just want to say to you guys, when it comes to those other fire signs, you know, you might be a little bit better with that, but...
You said Libra?
Yeah, Libras, you might be a little bit better with, like how Scorpios obviously need to go with water signs, but they do well with work signs. Libras do better with fire signs in general, but, you know, it's also embodies your opposite, so just know that that's like a thing, you guys, you know,
hot
that's
air.
in there. My Libra, shout out to you guys, you guys don't have a technical symbolism in the zodiac world like an animal, but usually it's described as a baby bird or just like a bird in general, because keeping that balance gives you the ability to fly. When you're not balanced, you can't fly right.
That's so cute.
Yeah, so, that's like a big thing inside Libras. Obviously Scorpions and Scorpios. Scorpions, you have 3 animals. You have the Phoenix, the Scorpion, the Phoenix, the Scorpion.
I can't remember the other one either.
I can't remember the other one. I damn near want to say it's the Eagle. Yikes. I want to say something about the Eagle. But I definitely know the Phoenix and the Scorpion. And there's also you guys is the Scorpios. And Scorpios, now I'm talking to you. Your famed gray area. Scorpios, stay away from your gray area. You know as well as I know that's your most dangerous area. Being in the gray, Scorpios need to be hot or they need to be cold. If they're gray, it's almost like they're not living, they're not passionate, nothing's really happening, and that's not anywhere you want to be. These 2 signs, Libras and Scorpios, they definitely share the mindset of a little bit of everybody's in love with you. So what do? You're October, you're OVO, you're October's very own. Everybody's in love with you. Everybody's attracted to you. Everybody wants a little piece of you. But you're the type, you're almost like you can't be caught unless somebody's totally obsessed with you. So just recognize that.
It's the Eagle.
It's the Eagle. Okay, I got it right. I was like, okay, so Scorpions, hey, everybody. Hey, Scorpions specifically. It is the Eagle. So the Eagle in Scorpio is what you want to be. You want to be, that amount of passion where you just rise above anybody else. There's the Phoenix, who also can be a good symbolism, but it's kind of also dangerous, because when you go into the Phoenix, that means it's like a little bit of an evil power.
That means also that you die and you have to come back.
Yes, but also you are you just illuminate into the world of, now you're just almost a deity. So
you come in and then you burn out and then you come back. And
absolutely. So don't sleep. All right, next question.
It's really dramatic. So secondly, we have here, this is a good one. Careers that are good for Libras and Scorpios.
Okay, careers that are good for Libras. Obviously, people always go to the justice system. Anything ruling, so they say judges and lawyers, and people have to make things that are fair. People that have to create situation, bosses. Most times Libras make really great bosses because they rule with a kind hand. They're fair and even. They're fair and even. So that's what it's supposed to be all about. And they're also ruling with kind of a hand of love, because it's an air sign. It's not a harsh sign.
Yeah, true.
Scorpios of the world there are doers. There are doers. There are hot shots. There are cool ones. There are shakers. There are movers. There are passionate. They are the best at everything. The Scorpio people that I know that even work in smaller jobs, they're the ones doing it the best. Leos are out here looking. We're out here looking for, I'm a Leo, shout out to us. It's not our time right now. Mm-hmm. But we're out here looking for the sunshine, the hot spot, and the cool lights, and the walk of fame. Where Scorpios are just like, let me run it, and I'll run it to the top.
Period.
You want to trust a Scorpio with getting you to the next level, because their passion is like no other. Once they find passion in it, they're going to take it to the next level. And so I guess, and with Scorpios, I almost would say anything that they're passionate about.
Yeah.
If they're not passionate about it, it's no point of doing it.
The Scorpios that I know, they tend to lean towards like artistic things.
Oh, yeah.
To express that passion and they still get that rise out of people. They still get that sort of emotional water sign.
Absolutely.
Like peace that they need. So I noticed that with the Scorpios that I do know, they usually lean towards artistic things and things where they can exhibit their passion.
Get all that passion out, because it's gotta be overwhelming to be a Scorpio, but to be such a hard deity. But at the end of the day, like, you're still
stuck
a water
in a
sign.
body.
You're a water sign, though.
Yeah, and you're emotional. You want.
I need to hug you.
Yeah, you want to like beat everybody up because you can. Yeah.
Because they did something to you and you're really looking for a hug, and they think that at the end of the day, because you're a Scorpio, you're going to get them first. But so they try to get you, and now you got to pull your claws out. Who wants to do that?
Right.
Alrighty.
That's crazy. Okay, we have another good one here. Relationships. How are they? in relationships? How are Libras when it comes to being in a relationship with another person? How are Scorpios when it comes to being in a relationship with another person? I'm talking sign ambiguously. Just
Okay.
a person.
And now I'm going to say sorry to everybody I say this to. I'm not trying to spill your tea, but we're tea spillers, guys. That's what we're here to do.
Sip.
Libras are definitely known for having one love, one place, one love, another place, a whole love. So, they tend to, even if they love something that they have no accessibility to, they still kind of love it. Libras are very kind of fake in their love relationships
Because they can balance things so well.
well because because they can balance things so well, and they're just trying to put their best face on. They're trying to put their best face on for their partner. No matter what, they're trying to give them their best self. And, I guess that's kind of like technically fake to maybe what they might be having going on. But, I guess I'm not going to judge having putting your best foot forward.
No shade.
There's nothing wrong with it. Scorpios in relationships it depends on what their partner did to them, but obsession is usually the core. The people that they treat the best, Scorpios also are a little emotionally masochistic. They need pain. They need pain to feel love. They need you to hurt them.
That's crazy.
It's like they need you to hurt them for them to never go anywhere, but at the same time they'd be devastated if they are hurt. That's why it's usually better for them to get a Virgo, someone that doesn't plan on hurting them at all, they can be obsessed with. Yeah. But the Virgo's really obsessed with work, so it's weird.
Or like Aquarius.
Right, that's not obsessed with that's not even thinking about them.
That's not obsessed with anything.
Not obsessed with anything, can't commit to a thought.
The only thing they're obsessed with is not being obsessed.
Bottom line. So that's why that works up. So I just caution all my Scorpios, watch who you fall in love with and try to stay away from the pain. And I know, but it's almost like a Scorpio just cries out when it comes to emotion, it hurts so good.
Ew.
Yeah, and it's like that hurts so good concept is like, anybody dealing with a Scorpio, once you get, I just need a warning sign. Like a Scorpio is a big caution warning sign. Handle with care.
Period.
If you're about to deal with a Scorpio, if you're about to date one, you need to know that you're going to have to act like they broke up with you to get out of it. Because you're going to have times where you want to get out of it. Period. And I know this from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 accounts of me having to be with...
50 lamb.
Period. Of me having to be with somebody and be like, okay, so we're dealing with the Scorpio. You got to play dead. Like, you're going to have to play dead
possum, sis.
To get out of this. Okay, you're going to have to get out. You're trying to get out of it.
You're trying to make them not want you.
You got to get out of this country with all your fingers and toes. So we're going to have to act like they're, they have to know, they have to know that, oh, you left them, and it can get really crazy. But at the end of the day, it's almost like such a big risk for such a great reward to be in love with a Scorpio. And I have been in love with a Scorpio before. It's a beautiful feeling. It's like, oh my God, why do I love you so much? Why are you so great? It's like this person's injecting you with this beautiful venom nonetheless.
Period. They make awesome friends. They're really loyal.
Friends. Wonderful friends. Scorpios as children, they tend to be kind of obsessed with their mothers. It's definitely like an Oedipus complex. Their mom is above no other. So women, if you're not ready to be second kin to his mom, and I just want to say that low key for any water sign, if you're not ready to be second kin to their parents, then you don't need to do it.
What about Libra kids?
Libra kids.
I feel like they have a tendency to be grown, and not because they're trying to be, but just because they just are.
I'm gonna have to agree. Like they're definitely picking up on everything you're doing. They're paying attention. They're really smart because air signs are the signs of the mind. Mm-hmm. They're constantly thinking. They're picking up information. They're reading. And a Libra is just trying to balance everything out, getting as much information as they can to try to figure this thing out. They're always trying to figure it out. They ask a lot of questions. A Libra kid is going to ask a lot of questions, just like a Gemini kid.
I live for that. That's so cute, actually. So, okay. This is in contrast to relationships. This is funny. How the hell are they with breakups?
Okay. Ooh, I think I kind of touched on that. Libras in a breakup, I hate to tell you this, a Libra gonna leave when the money is gone.
Ooh.
A Libra's gonna go with that money. She's gonna go. He, she, him, her, by, everybody gonna go. Libras can't do no poverty. They are gonna be looking around like, sis, this is a little too dirty in here for me.
Right.
And they're not gonna go for it. They live and thrive off of luxury. They are walking, talking treasure chests.
That's deep. My best friend is a Libra. I'm a Sagittarius. And he's like, I don't think he's ever been without a job for more than maybe 2
Bottom
days.
line,
He doesn't play that.
We won't be doing poor.
He doesn't do poverty.
Libra will leave you at the trap house by yourself.
Period.
They're not about to.
Kind of flighty.
Bottom line,
Kind of flighty
they
because
leaving
he'll
the
like
money
pick
zone.
up and move like states. Like, I don't want to live here anymore. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm going to live in, North Carolina. Or
They
something.
pick when the money's not rolling in. Libras is gone. So just know that. You know what I mean. Look at Kim and Kanye. Kim there because them checks is rolling in. Let's keep it real. Love you, Kim. Love you, Northwest.
Ooh, I hope you listening. If you are, you email us too.
You email us down, sis. But anyway, to Scorpios and how they deal with breakups, like I said, handle with care, handle with caution. Be careful with the witch. She's fragile.
Yeah.
She's fragile. She is fragile, and be careful with her. You know what I mean? You're usually going to leave with something missing. If it's not your heart, it's your whole jugular.
Or your car.
Revenge, revenge, revenge. Don't do anything to a Scorpio that's going to make them want to take revenge on you.
Yeah.
If they do something to you, just bow out quietly.
You literally have to diffuse them. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't handle that situation with aggression.
You can no.
Because you're only going to be met with aggression.
Because you got to think of a Scorpio. A Scorpio is like rubbing alcohol. Mm-hmm. That's what they are. That's what kind of water they are.
Yeah.
Although rubbing alcohol, if you use it, for yourself in the right ways, it could heal you.
Yeah.
And there's no other love that being in love with, like being in love with a Scorpio. It's completely it like embodies you and takes you over. I look at Miguel and how he treats his girlfriend, and I know, I look at Diddy and how he treats his woman. Yeah, exactly. Like,
y'all should have saw my face. Spooked.
Exactly. They engulf you. Drake, the Scorpios that I could think of off the top of my head, they engulf you with their love. Gabrielle Union, she's never going to leave that man. You feel me? Like, when you're engulfed with a Scorpio's love, you know no other
she
because...
eats his butt.
Exactly. Sexual desires, it's no limit. Sexually, they'll do whatever you ask them to do. And that, is a trick within itself. Trick of the devil. Within itself.
That right there is of the flesh.
Okay, bottom line. And, if you're not ready for it, sis, if you, I read this book one time. A shout out to Linda Goodman, Sun Signs.
Email us.
Definitely. Linda Goodman, I don't even know if my sister's alive, but she's an astrologer of the stars. A lot of people know Linda Goodman. I read a lot of Linda Goodman books. And she's cautioned every woman to try a Scorpio man once. Try a Scorpio one good time.
Oh my God, you know what you just made me think of?
Yeah. What?
I just got rid of a Scorpio nigga.
Now, you
Yesterday.
better make sure that he's not thinking about you, that he's damn near moved on in love, and you do not want him still on the brain because it'll be 20 years later, and you'll be like, is this bitch outside of my door?
Hello?
With a knife? They gets their revenge. Now, Libras, at the end of the day, they leave their mark on you.
Yeah.
They leave their mark on you.
And then bump.
And then they bump nonetheless. So shout out to my October baby. Shout out to my OVOs out there. It's you guys' season. I'm scared of you. I'm tantalized by you, and I love you down.
Right. I'm in love with everything that you are, and I'm slightly fearful of it too.
Slightly fearful of it. I won't be dating any myself. Alrighty.
So we have one last question here. You may have even touched on it already. I'm not sure, but let's just see. Least compatible. Who are they least compatible with? Libras and Scorpios.
Okay, least compatible. I'm definitely gonna say that I do not want to see my Libras. I don't want to see my Libras and a Taurus. I don't think that's ever gonna work out well. I know Libra Taurus family relationships that are tumultuous.
Period.
Something about it. My mom is a Taurus, and I've seen her be friends with Libra women, and it's gone terribly wrong. Libras and Tauruses, it ain't no need.
You know what
it's
I think
just too much
is?
sauce.
I think the stubbornness of the Taurus goes against
The flightiness of the Libra.
It's just like, I don't have to put up with this.
Bottom line.
I don't have to deal with you. And it goes against their intellect, like everything they think about, they calculate and they balance, like you said. And the stubbornness of Taurus sometimes is a little irrational.
Okay.
And they probably definitely take that to heart. Like, girl, I don't have to deal with you. I'm not.
Absolutely. And you got to think about my Tauruses. Those are my girls with their heads. My Taurus girls, they got their feet in the ground. They got their heads in the ground. They're sturdy. Their head, they're sticking there.
Really rooted.
You got this Libra doing too much. They're looking like, oh, absolutely not. Like, sis, you need to calm down, like, in every single way. Like, you're giving me way too much. So they're going to be frustrated by each other. So I just say that. Just stay away from that. Scorpios, I'm going to have to say Scorpios get with Aries a lot. because it's a fire sign. Well, Scorpios sometimes they feel like fire signs, but you guys, you're water signs. Sorry.
Period. Because we fire signs, we don't do the whole emotion feeling.
No,
I'm cool.
Real quick. But with that being said, you feel me? When they get with a Aries and Scorpios are definitely tantalized by each other, but it's almost like leads to a demise because it's like the Scorpio will not let the Aries be free. Mm-hmm. It's like they have this beautiful Aries creature and they don't want to let it go. Tommy Mottola, Mariah Carey. Mm-hmm. You know, and yes, absolutely.
That's a good one.
Bottom line. And so with that being said,
that's documented.
I can't deal with that. And so with that being said, you're going to get a situation where you're feeling completely engulfed, like this person runs your life. Scorpio needs a person whose life they do run. They need a person whose life is completely owned by them.
Sort of dependent upon their opinions and their feelings and their movements.
Absolutely. Like they want somebody that kind of lives under their thumb. Yeah. And that's just not going to work out with somebody doing too much. Oh, excuse me about the Tommy Mottola thing. He's actually a Cancer with an Aries, which is absolutely 100 times worse. We'll get to that.
That's still water and fire.
But I personally know some Scorpio Aries relationships, and I'm like, oh, this is like. But the thing about Scorpio and Aries relationship is they're forever. It's terrible. Yeah. It's a pain that lasts forever. It's like a burning,
Because Aries loves to start things via fire. And every step that a Scorpio takes, they light something on fire.
Bottom line.
And it's not even necessarily on purpose. They just sort of take that phoenix step, and next thing you know, that's in flames, and that's in flames. And it's not necessarily a bad thing when I say flames, but it can become a bad thing when you're dealing with a fire sign because we were talking about before, that fire can become uncontrollable and it can become all-consuming even with you two still in there.
Bottom line.
Yeah, I can see that.
On the Scorpio tip and on the Libra tip, I just caution, and vice versa because I know it goes backwards. I just caution both of you guys, get into relationships when you're mature and you're able to more so enjoy them. Mm-hmm. Going through the reins with a Scorpio and Libra is usually too much. Like, I almost want to caution them to not get married early and not do too much. A Scorpio will love you forever. And only if you are hurting them, I caution my Scorpios to just try to go with those who really love you and they're not trying to hurt you. A Scorpio man, Richard Burton, the one that was married to Elizabeth Taylor, and they got married like 5-6 times and got divorced a bunch of times too. That's to be said because, a Scorpio at the end of the day, if they can't catch you, they'll love you forever. And I just want my Scorpios to just realize that there's somebody out there that really will love you. Don't go for who's hurting you. They're hurting you because they suck. Period. Libras, just because you feel stuck in that situation, go ahead and go, sis. We know you want to be flighty. Go ahead and go. Don't even let it hold you down because if it holds you down, you're not going to be a nice person in the end. If they're holding you back and not giving you the luxury you want and the situation you want, you're going to be mad. Yeah,
you start getting that very cold intellect.
And the person you're going to be mad at, Libras are not mean to their spouses. They're mean to their children. They're mean to their children. And I've seen that 100 times over. I've seen it so many. I can name personal people who, when the Libra's relationship situation does not work out, when they get with these people too early, and when they don't become mature and able to enjoy the relationship, they're always taking it out on their kids. They're kind of subservient to their spouses. They don't really give their spouses hell.
That's deep. They just sort of take it all on.
They take it out on their kids because they're the people that never leave them, and they get all of the imbalance.
Oh,
but yeah, so this is a good show. Hate to end it on a bad note. Shout out to my Libra, shout out to my Scorpios. I love you guys. And you're fine. You're cute.
Right.
You're welcome.
Think you have.
You're hella sexy.
If these are things you didn't already know, if we brought something to your attention, you were like, oh, fuck, that is me. Yeah. I am kind of like that, And it'll be like that every month because next month we have my sign.
Yep. We'll be going
Sagittarius.
We'll be going into Sagittarius, guys.
And we're a very interesting bunch.
Yeah, we'll probably do Sagittarius. You want to do it December or November? We'll see.
Well, we can do the November show. I mean, I'm a December 1st, so.
Let's do December.
Right there.
All right. Well, December. Well, the first Friday in December, we'll be doing our Sagittarius show.
Yay.
We'll guys let you sit on the Scorpio show, see how you feel, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
Let us know. And like we always say, please email us, communicate. Let us know what you want to hear, what you like, what you don't like, who you may want to hear from, maybe some requests and things like that. If you have a subject that you're unsure about and you'd like to know what we think about it, hit us up. Let us know. This is World Stop Web. I am Grandbois the Nicole, and I'm here with
Venus Hottentot.
And we love you so much. Thanks for coming, guys.
Vibrate higher.
Much higher.